back to my channel. I hope you're having an amazing day. I am just fascinated with my ancestry. I have been going on Ancestry.com for a few years now, off and on. And I'd always wanted to do the DNA testing. Never thought I'd want to do this, but, or let me go back. Never thought I'd want to pay to do it. So right around when I got back from my trip, the Ancestry DNA kit went on sale for like 50 bucks, 59 bucks or something like that. And normally it's like $100 or over $100, and I would never pay that much money. But I purchased it for myself, and then probably about 2-3 weeks later, it seemed like my husband was interested, so I ordered him a kit as well. So he got his kit, and so he did his about 2-3 weeks after me, and it takes 4 to 6 weeks to get it back, the results. It actually, if you do text messages or updates, it'll send you where it's at, like in progress, it's being extracted, it's blah blah blah, you know, whatever. And so finally I got this message on Christmas morning, says that my results were in, which was kind of exciting. But the day was really devoted to my children and grandchildren, so I didn't even open it up or look at it. Maybe it was like, I can't remember if I did it that night or the next day or something. But it was right after that that I finally opened it up and looked at it. And I was just like, what? Let me explain. So I knew more of my mom's family. My mom's family, I knew her parents were born in Mexico. I knew that's where she said that there was some Native American in there. And then there was also, she thought she had some French in her, and so that's kind of what I knew. I knew that. And then I had, so my dad's side of the family. So my dad's side of the family I really didn't know anything about. My dad's family is a little bit different. So this was my father's second marriage, and I have 2 older brothers or half brothers from my father's first marriage. And my father was 50 when I was born. My mother was 37, so they were, my father was an older father. And then he passed away when I was 17. We did go on a trip one year, one summer, to meet all of, or as many of his family members were still alive, brothers and sisters and stuff. I think we met, I remember a brother and a sister, but I can't remember if the other family we met was his brother or his sister, so I can't, anyway, we met about 3 siblings. But I was a kid, I was a teenager, so I didn't really hang. I hung with all those cousins that I was meeting, and I didn't listen to any of the stories or anything. I knew he was born in New Mexico. I knew he was born January 5th, 1917. I knew he had served in World War II, and he didn't really talk much else about his life. So that was pretty much my dad. So he was very secretive, and there's a reason why he was secretive. But I won't share that right now. So I ended up starting to build a tree and trying to figure out who I was. You know, who are all these, what am I made of? And so the DNA kind of gives a really good result of what that all really does look like. And so this is kind of what my makeup is. I am, my husband walks in and like messes up everything. Are you done for the day?
Yep.
You're all done?
Yes. I got laundry to do, I got naps to take.
You didn't put your motorcycle wheels on.
I have to get valve stems.
Oh. Okay, well come stand right here for a second. You are going to be in the shot.
El Lerno, El Stimo.
Like this.
Hey. They said on the radio.
So meet my husband. Okay, go away. Okay, So this is basically what I am. Oh, here. 37% Native American, North, Central, and South. So it's broken down by New Mexico and Southern Colorado, which makes sense because my father was born in New Mexico. And then Chihuahua, Durango, and Zacatecas, which makes sense because my grandparents were born in Mexico. So that's basically 37% is pretty much both sides of my mother and father. Then I have 37% Portugal. I never knew I was Portuguese. So this I found very interesting. The next, 14% Spaniard, which totally makes sense because my dad always said that his family was from Spain, and my maiden name is Baca, and that is very prevalent in New Mexico and Spain, so it's a very well-known last name. And then the rest are very small. I have 2% of Italian, Mali, French, and then only 1% of each of these, which is Basque, Greece, Senegal, Cameroon, Benin Toga, Eastern European, and Russian. So the fascinating part was the Portugal part. Now, before when you did your DNA, like, I don't even know when this kind of changed, but it used to say the Iberian Peninsula, which is Portugal, Spain, and the Basque region. So if you add up those, I'm about 52% of the Iberian Peninsula, which could be relevant with my father. But again, just not knowing all the history over there and never knowing that I actually ever wanted to go to Portugal, now I kind of do. So my husband's DNA is really interesting. So interesting, but not totally surprised. Interesting because he really is European. Like, his DNA shows European through and through. He doesn't have really anything else in his DNA. So Ireland, Scotland is 29%, which is, so his mom always said Ireland and Scotland. She knew she was Irish. She thought she had Native American, and my husband doesn't have any. Doesn't mean anything. It could be that maybe it's like so far removed that it's not showing up in his DNA, probably, maybe, I don't know. But that's a possibility. And then we knew his grandmother and grandfather on his father's side was German and Italian. So this is like where there's no surprise except the fact that he doesn't show any Native American. So the Italian, 22%. German 22%, and then 18% England, Wales, Northwestern Europe, and 6% French, and 3% Eastern European Russian. So we actually only cross over with Italy, France, and Eastern European and Russian. The Russian I found was very interesting for both sides of us, but maybe someone out there can comment if they know a little bit more about genetics and stuff like that, to know based on this information how that falls into our DNA, like where's that crossover. And it could just be that Eastern European part, not really the Russian part, it's just that's where the region is, I don't know. That is basically our makeup, and the biggest thing that we learned was that we are not related. And that our kids, this makeup of them is so, like, all over the place. The other thing is that it gives us an idea of where we want to go visit and what we want to go do when I do travel.
Well, let's shut it down, so I'm going to make something to eat.
That's it. That's going to end it as soon as you shut the water off.
Well, thank you for doing the dishes.
Oh, you're welcome. I put one in there just for you. Are you done making noise?
No, I said I'm gonna make something to eat.
I know, but I said I'm almost done. Just let me close it out.
Oh, I thought you were done.
No. Just got to cut all this out. It's still recording.
Okay.
Alright. Oh, I'm recording already. I forgot I pressed the button. Okay. Me and my husband. Dennis. I'm going to ask you questions.
Gina.
Don't look at the questions. Okay. So, quick questions. How tall are you?
6 even.
He's always eating candy. Look. He doesn't even buy like little candy. He buys like this candy. And he doesn't share. Netflix or Hulu?
Both.
No, you have to pick one.
If
you only had to pay for one.
only had to pay for one, probably Hulu.
Okay. Favorite music?
I don't even know what they call it these days. Thrash?
I guess called classic rock.
No, not classic rock.
Yes, it's classic rock now.
Ah, okay.
Favorite food?
It's not candy.
Candy's not technical. Like a meal.
Probably Italian food 45 years ago.
Italian food, okay. What drives you crazy or like your pet peeve about people?
The way they freaking drive, they're idiots.
If you could change one thing about yourself, what would it be?
My explosive temper.
Who cooks better? Your mother or your grandmother?
Oh, God. Probably my grandmother.
That's probably really hard, huh?
Mm-hmm.
I would say like your grandmother for her Italian food.
Mm-hmm.
But your mom cooks like everything beautiful.
Oh, I know.
So, what is the last show or movie you watched?
I don't remember the name of it.
What are you watching? You're watching that
The last
show.
movie I watched was with Bruce Willis, and it was like a comedy. It was funny. And I can't remember the name of it.
What would be your ultimate vacation? Anyone with me? Right?
Yeah.
Okay. Last question. Are you going to finish eating?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What makes you smile?
You do.
Oh! So have any of you been driven to travel or go places based on your DNA? Let me know in the comments below, and if you like this video, give it a little like, and subscribe if you want to see some more upcoming adventures. Take care and have a great day.